Hello and welcome to this book summary where we're looking at the 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Now, the 5 levels of leadership can help you answer a couple of fundamental questions about leadership. Namely, where are you as a leader right now? How do you get to the next level? And where should you ultimately aim to be as a leader? Now, according to the book, leadership isn't a position you hold, it's a journey and a process. Just because you have the word manager in your job title, you're not automatically a leader. Now, leadership is about dealing with people and the dynamics between those people, which means that the better you can influence people, the higher your leadership ability is going to be. And the book provides a roadmap to get your leadership from where you are right now to where you want to be. Now, to do this, the book begins by encouraging you to determine which of the 5 levels you're currently at, and it provides a 4-step process made up of some questionnaires to help you do this. Now, if you'd like to carry out this exercise for yourself, I'll provide a link to those questionnaires below this video. Okay, so let's jump in and look briefly at each of the 5 levels and what they mean before we dive in and look at each in some more detail. So first we have level 1, position. And at this position, people follow you because they have to. At level 2, people follow you because they want to. And at level 3, production, people follow you because of what you've done for the organization. At level 4, people development, people follow you because of what you've done for them. And finally, the top level, the pinnacle, people follow you because of who you are and what you represent. Now, you get to this level when you develop new leaders that are themselves able to build new leaders. And the book estimates that less than 1% of leaders make it to this level. Everybody starts their leadership journey at level 1, and the 5 levels of leadership provides a process to follow to grow as a leader with the ultimate aim of making it to level 5. Now, before we deep dive into the 5 levels, the book provides 10 insights that can help you make more sense of the interplay between the different levels. So firstly, when you move up a level, you build on the previous level. You don't leave that level behind. Second, leadership is dynamic. You can work at a different leadership level from one team member to the next. Third, the higher you go, the easier it becomes to lead, the more respect you command. Fourth, there is no shortcut to get to the next level. Each level requires more time and effort from you to reach it than the previous one. Fifth, although moving up a level takes a lot of time, moving down 1 or more levels can happen very, very quickly. Sixth, the higher you go, the greater the returns, the bigger the scope of your leadership. Seventh, moving to the next level always requires growth, be it personal or professional. Eighth, not getting to the next level not only limits you, but it also limits each of your team members. Ninth, when you change position or organization, you rarely stay at the same level. And finally, 10th, you cannot climb the levels alone. You need help. So with that, let's jump in and examine each of the 5 levels of leadership in a little bit more detail. So first is level 1, position level. Now, position is the very first level of the 5 levels of leadership, and it represents the very beginning of everyone's leadership journey. Now, leadership at this level is granted because you receive a job title, but you haven't yet built the influence to command respect from colleagues, either inside or outside of the team you lead. So, while you have the authority over your team, at level 1, you don't really wield any real influence over them. So it's hard to get the most out of them. Effectively, your team does what you tell them to because they have to. So at level 1, you might be the boss, but you aren't really a leader yet. As such, it's important not to see being given a management job title as your goal. Instead, try to see it as the starting point. So some of the upsides of being a level 1 leader include you've been given a leadership position because you deserve it, and that's something you should celebrate. Also, it allows you to think about what kind of leader you want to be. So what's your style going to be? What are your values? You're at the very beginning of your leadership journey, so now is an excellent point to think about these things. But there are also some downsides to this level. So positional leaders don't get the best out of their team. They probably actually get the minimum out of their team. Also, positional leadership can be misleading. By that I mean just because you have a particular job title, it doesn't make you a leader. So let's take a look at how to make the most out of your position. So firstly, don't push people. Help them and take an interest in them. And secondly, don't expect your people to come to you. You must initiate things to earn their respect. Now let's look at beliefs you need to get to the next level. So to get to the next level, you need to upgrade your beliefs. And some of the things you need to start thinking are your job title isn't that important. It's the work you do that's important and how you help others. Your position is a tool you can use to help others, but really people are your most valuable asset. Next, a good leader doesn't need to have the answer. You don't need to know everything, but you can work with others to find the answer. And finally, good leaders include others. So now we move to the next level, level 2, permission. And on this level, your team follows you because they want to. You listen to your people and they in return listen to you. Now, leaders on this level make people know that they matter. They make each member of their team feel important. And on this level, people want to work with you because they feel liked, valued, included, and trusted. And because of your strong relationships, people in effect permit you to lead them, which is why this level is called permission. Now, as your relationships grow, so does trust, and the workplace becomes an even more positive place. At this level, lasting relationships create the foundation of level 3. So in a nutshell, this level is all about relationships. Now, there are some upsides to this level. Work is more enjoyable when you get on with your team and they get on with you. Spending time amongst people you like boosts everybody's energy. Good relationships are formed when people value and respect each other. And finally, two-way communication occurs at this level. So you listen to your people and they listen to you, and that ultimately leads to better decision making. Again, there are some downsides to be aware of. So being so focused on relationships can make you seem weak as a leader. It can be frustrating to work in this way if you're very ambitious and just want to get things done. And you can leave yourself open to being taken advantage of. So how do you go about gaining people's permission? Well, first, develop a leadership style that is focused on people rather than tasks. Treat others as you yourself would like to be treated. Praise, along with words of encouragement, are important. Be your team's chief encourager. And finally, it's important to balance care for team members with candor. But if you want to get to the next level, here are some beliefs you need to adopt. Recognize that there's more to leadership than just influence. You have to take people somewhere. You have to take them on a journey. Now, as well as growing closer, you must grow together. Again, that's related to the journey. And finally, sometimes it's worth risking an individual relationship to achieve a vision as a team. So now we move on to the third level, production. And this level is all about delivering results. This level separates true leaders from leaders who simply hold a position. Now, there's more to being a leader than simply getting on with people. Great leaders get results. And when followers see you achieving great results, it gives them a reason to follow you. When you deliver exceptional results, your leadership intensifies. And it's on level 3 that influencing others can become fun. This is the first level where a leader can become a change agent. You know, they can tackle thorny issues or big projects and take their followers to the next level. Now, if you have a history of achieving results combined with excellent relationships, that's going to enable you to move your team forward towards the organization's big vision. So some of the upsides of becoming a level 3 leader include your credibility will increase when you deliver results. Your results set the standard for your followers, further increasing your results. Delivering results builds momentum, and people see your results and will want a part of that and will want to be part of your team. Now, again, there are a few downsides to be aware of. You can fall into the trap of thinking you're a better leader than you are. You need to achieve results for your team as well as results just for you. Next, there is a weight of responsibility associated to having to continually achieve results. And finally, even though you're focused on results, you mustn't lose sight of your people. Level 2 is still very important. So how do you make the most of production in leadership? Well, first, figure out where your strengths lie and focus on these areas. Make sure you communicate a clear vision, as that's going to help your team stay productive when they're thinking where they should focus their energies. Encourage your people to work together, because that's the foundation of building a team. And focus on areas with the highest return, and never lose sight of the fact that results are your goal. Now, there's also some beliefs you need if you want to get to the next level. And these are that production isn't enough. Think about how you can help people to get to the next level in their lives as well as their career. Value, challenge, and develop your followers. And remember that growing leaders is the quickest way to achieve your vision or a vision. And finally, developing your people gives you great fulfillment. You need to really believe that to get to the next level. So let's take a look at that next level, people development. At this level, leaders change from focusing on delivering results to developing people. So leaders at this level reproduce themselves. At this level, leaders reproduce and grow their influence as they transform followers into leaders in their own right. Now, as the unique strengths of each new leader is unleashed, the entire organization rises to a higher level. So this level is all about reproduction. Now, some of the upsides of becoming a level 4 leader include: at level 3, you're focused on results, but at level 4, you deliver even better results because you're focused on people and empowering them to achieve. Only by growing people can success be sustained. There's only so much you can do on your own. Third, if you grow others, it gives you the space to work on bigger things. And finally, it's hugely rewarding to bring people on from their beginning and see them really develop. Now, there's also some downsides associated with level 4. First, if you're insecure, you can feel threatened by the prospect of developing others. And also, you must be willing to focus on the long term, because if you stay focused on the short term, it can be really hard to see the justification for developing your people. So what should you do at this level? Well, recruit only the best people you can, place people into the right positions, model to others the leadership behavior you expect to see from them, coach others to live well and perform well, and finally empower others so they are able to succeed. Now, if you want to get to the 5th level, there are some beliefs you're going to need to help you get to that level. Firstly, your biggest goal as a leader is to create more leaders. And finally, believe in developing a leadership culture. So that means teach, practice, coach, and reward leadership at all levels. So finally, we move on to the pinnacle, the ultimate level, or the 5th level. And at this level, leaders develop their followers into level 4 leaders. Now, this is the highest level, and Maxwell argues that not many people make it to this level, and those that do are naturally gifted leaders. Now, developing leaders who can lead is hard. It takes skill, judgment, and commitment, but if you succeed, you will create what Maxwell calls a level 5 organization, an organization that is functioning at an extraordinarily high level. Now, obviously, there are some upsides to becoming a level 5 leader, and these include: it provides your leadership with reach, People will seek you out for advice and people will come to you with opportunities. It creates the level 5 organization we just discussed, and you will create a legacy within your organization. Now, believe it or not, there are some downsides to being a level 5 leader. You can forget that there is always more to learn and more room to grow. You can start to believe your own press, and you sometimes have to work hard to maintain focus on the vision because it's very easy to get distracted. So, how do you use the pinnacle as a platform to do something greater than yourself? What do you do day to day? Well, remember to remain humble and open to learning, create an inner circle to help you stay grounded every day, create room for others at the top, and focus on what only you can do. So what is your core strength? That is where your energy should be focused. And finally, plan your succession and plan your legacy. So in summary, sometimes leadership books can read like a giant recipe listing a multitude of things that you need to do and you need to believe in order to consider yourself a great leader. Now, one of the things I really liked about this book is that it doesn't do that. It helps you to figure out where you are right now as a leader, and then it gives you some advice or steps you can take to help you get to the next level, no matter where you are right now. So in my opinion, it's a good, detailed and practical book which makes intuitive sense. However, as far as I can ascertain, it isn't backed up by research, but it does make a lot of sense. Despite this, I'd still rate the book as a must-read for any aspiring leaders or even established leaders, and I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10 rating. So overall, the 5 levels of leadership basically is about growth in everything you do and everything you interact with, or everyone you interact with. It's a lifelong, challenging journey that can be immensely rewarding. Now, the book provides a practical roadmap of how to get from where you are as a leader currently to where you want to be. You just need the courage to embrace it. So that's it for this lesson. Really hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.